What's up, guys? Hope you guys can hear me okay. Wolf Rider here. Hope you have a good Christmas. You guys can let me know that you can hear me. Give me a second here. It's my first live, so it's going to take a minute for me to get used to all this. You know what I mean? Got to figure this out. Always. I believe there is a second, like a 10-second delay for what I understand on this. So it takes me a minute to catch up. I'll catch up, guys. But if you can hear me okay, if you're on here, I see there's a couple of people watching. If you can hear me okay, go ahead and put on the chat. Truly appreciate to know what you guys can hear and not hear. You probably see me playing with a couple of things. Again, I get very technical. So I'm playing with this new toys, new setup for this, my home time. So I'm testing it out with you guys. You guys are the first ones. So I hope you guys can hear me on my test. Me personally sound like it sounds okay, but I need to just to make sure you guys can hear me okay here. Let me know in the chat when you guys get a moment. Here, if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm in Sacramento in California. And my Ashley's my girlfriend. She watches the channel. You know who she is. We're in her grandparents' house, where we stayed for a little over a year. Got a video coming on that I'm working while I'm home. So that's part of what I'm doing here. So chilling. Welcome to the channel. What's up, 806 driver? What's up, man? What's up, man? It's good to hear from you. That's one of my 806 driver. If you definitely know him, he's definitely better known than I am. He's good, but he's always been a follower for a while. And on Instagram, we chat back and forth. And hope you have a good Christmas, man. Hope you had good holidays. Emmanuel, mi amigo, mi pana, ¿cómo estás? How's it going, man? How's it going? That's another buddy. Another Melton driver there. I am thinking, guys, I do have a phone number. Here that I set up for you guys to call in, and would like to test that out. So I'm gonna set that up real quick on the phone just to make sure that's set up. So if you're interested and want to chat, ask some questions or anything like that, make sure to put it on the chat first, and I'll let you know when it's a good time to call here. But let me get all set up at the new toy, the Roadcaster here. We'd like to test that out. So I'm gonna set that up real quick on the phone just to make sure that's set up. So if you're interested and want to chat, ask some questions, close that up. Trying to do two things at once. First setup. So 806 driver rolling through Amarillo. Nice, you out there rolling. You're out there rolling, man. That's cool. I like Amarillo. How's the weather up there, 806? How's the weather, man? I'm out here. I decided to do it outside rather than do it inside the house because they're watching TV, holidays, chilling. Ashley's out there. Manuel, what up? What up? Manny, are you home, man? Are you home, or you are out with the family? Are you driving? What's up? Let me know. What's up, man? What are you up to? We usually catch up. While we on the road, we catch up and stuff. So hit up each other. That's one thing I do like. Manuel's another rookie. If you don't allow me to say, I already said it. You guys seen in one of my videos out there about fixing strap and checking your equipment. That's him. But we met at the Melton Tulsa terminal, and pretty cool. We're being hit up from there and staying in touch. So that's pretty cool. I truly appreciate the support, guys, for those who join in the channel. 806 cold and windy. Yeah, I can imagine, man. I spent a week already here at home, and I've been trying not to be keeping an eye on trucking work-wise myself, but trying. You know, you can't get out of it. It's your life. It's a lifestyle. It's not just like a job for me. So it's a lifestyle. It's what it is. Yeah, it's always windy through there, bro. It looks like Kansas. Not as bad as Kansas, though. Kansas is, man, windy city. No joke, no kidding. going through Kansas as well. But I know Amarillo is windy as well, man. So just be safe out there, brother. Be safe. You have got not checked 806 Driver. If you guys don't know him, go check his channel out and subscribe. Put some good content out there. And I know he's working hard as well. So make sure to go check his channel as well. 50. That doesn't look like a background of a T680. Definitely does not, brother. Definitely does not. Uh, 50, appreciate you coming in, man. I'm gonna put that phone number. I know you and I talked about you joining in the chat. If you got a couple of minutes, I'll let you know when I'm ready. I haven't tested it out, so you guys gonna test it out with me. But I'm assuming you guys can hear me okay. Like I say, I'm testing this new equipment out here. And you guys, before I move on, I know he's gonna comment some more, but 50 plus, if you guys should know him. Go check his channel if you never have. But I know 806 Driver, I believe you guys met. No, you met with George. I'm sorry. You met with George. I follow him too. This Truck of Life, I follow him. We talk in Instagram, me and him a lot in the last couple of months. So good. But 50 plus, go check his channel out. It's another rookie channel. And he is also a Melton driver. He started about a month before I did. But he was a Swift driver. He worked for Swift. He has a great channel, a lot of info on there, and puts lots of content. So make sure that you go check him out out there. 50 plus. I appreciate all the support, man. Me and him has chatted as well. Had me on his channel. He's supporting my channel, so I surely appreciate everything you do, man. But it's cool. Now I got, like I said, it's all awesome. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, just you guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, 50. See, that's the kind of support he gives. He's a great guy, man. I actually appreciate that. But man, just out here, for those who are here watching, we out here for the holidays, just chilling. Got in home time the day that I put out that video the day before on Wednesday. Last Wednesday came in at home, and got here home. It was a stressful last 2 days, last Monday and Tuesday. I'll share that in a minute. But I'm gonna put, just for those few out here, I'm gonna wait a couple more. I'm gonna put out here. I'm gonna wait the memorizing this phone number. So I gotta memorize it now, what it is. I'm gonna look it up on my phone because I saved it on my phone. That way I know if you guys are calling, I know who's calling. I know it's from the channel. So hope you guys had a good Christmas. You guys had a good Christmas. Let me know what you got for Christmas. What you got for Christmas? I'll share mine a little bit here. What I got for Christmas. I got a couple of things, but kids and stuff. But how was your Christmas, guys? I hope you have had a good one. I'm definitely enjoying mine after 3 months, pretty much almost exactly 3 months being out on the road, enjoying our Christmas. I was able to drop off Ashley a week earlier and picked up my son. If you haven't watched that video, I picked up my son. So he had a little bit of experience with me on that. Mr. Pruitt, how's it going? What up, bro? What up, bro? We just spoke on Instagram. What up? What up? I'll be putting that phone number out there. I know you got ones that want to have a little chat real quick. Let's see. It is Mr. Ronald started with Melton February 1st. What's your biggest advice for a rookie trucker going into training? What's my biggest advice? I can tell you a couple of things. Man. Ronald, but one of the biggest advice is definitely, as a rookie trucker, go in with a positive mindset. Don't let the negative around, either with friends, family, or even folks that other rookies or other drivers that show up during training as well. You training, don't let any negativity affect you. Everybody got their own opinion about trucking. Everybody has their own opinion about the company itself as far as Melton's concerned. But let yourself experience Melton. Let yourself have your own opinion of what you're about to do. But man, congratulations joining in on February 1st. That's just shortly of a month. So congrats on that, Ronald. But definitely go with a positive mindset. Watch as many videos if you want, as from my channel. Thanks you for subscribing and being point watching. 50 can talk to you a little bit about what his experiences as well on his channel, and he's original driver for Mountain because he lives in Texas, so you can share that. Um, but just get a positive mindset. If you have any questions to your recruiter, whoever that is, before you start, write them down. If you just remember something you want to ask that you don't think you've asked, go ahead and ask. Feel free to ask any questions here today. I'll answer as best I can in my experience, and that's pretty much all I can share. And I share my videos on my channel. It's just my experience with trucking, my experience with Melton as a company, and my journey that Ashley and I are running right now in trucking. So but just, man, congratulations. Start February 1st. Make sure to follow me. Keep following the channel, of course, but you can follow me on Instagram at Wolfrider750, and you can chat there. I respond a lot quite quicker there most of the time, but um, you can follow me there. Let me know how it goes, man. Let me know how it goes. But congrats, brother. I'm sure we'll be talking a little bit more about this. Yep. Always positive, man. Always positive. That's me, man. That's definitely me. I'm a very positive guy. If you guys haven't tell on my channel, my videos, you probably can tell I'm definitely a very positive person. Even when I feel I'm down, I just have this inner, I don't know, fire, this inner voice that, other than Ashley, so my partner in crime, my ride or die, other than her, um, for myself and my mindset, I lift myself up. I look at the cup half full rather than half empty. Not what I'm missing, but what I can get out of it. Not what went wrong, but what I can learn from it. So you're always going to see that on my channel. You're always going to see that on my talk. Um, and I just try not to let negativity really hit me bad. So um, having a positive mindset for me has always helped me get through things and see the bigger picture. So I think see the bigger picture. Hopefully you have a plan, Ronald. Just let me add that. Hopefully you have a plan for what you want to do, whether it's to stay with Melton as career wise, like some people do, or that's just where you want to be for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Just have a plan. What your plan is in trucking, and it is hard work. Flatbed, it is hard work. You got some good days, easy weeks, easy loads, and some days are not. So just be ready for that. Also, if they haven't told you, um, yeah, so trucking ways open mindset as well. Definitely have an open mind. Open mind that you got to learn at all times. You'll never know it all, man. Uh, so I'm posting the comments so you guys can see it as well and share it. I've been grilling my recruiter. Thanks, brother. Definitely love your channel. I appreciate all the love, man. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. And this is kind of the short group. Like I said, today I actually spoke to 50, and I asked him last week after he did his live last week. I jumped in on that because I was stopped for the moment. And I asked him what he thought about me doing a live. And he, because I got a small channel, you guys know, it's been growing very quickly. And for that, also for those watching, thank you and coming in. Thanks for the support. Because you guys have helped the channel grow. I've seen it. I watch it. I don't comment a whole lot about it, but I am appreciative of it, and I'm keeping an eye. I'm thinking of doing something, a little something at 500, and hopefully get to 1,000 soon, so I can do more things on YouTube because they limit you, excuse me, about doing certain things unless you have 1,000 subscribers. So slowly but surely, not in a rush. I don't look at the numbers. I'm a creator. If you look before that, in my motorcycle days, I'm a creator. I've shared that I'm a photographer and a videographer. I've done that for 12 years before I got into trucking, and I will always continue doing that. Even though if it's not my main business anymore, I will always continue doing that. So, it's helped me with the experience. Yep. Thanks, 50. Everyone give a thumbs up. So if you're liking the content, give a thumbs up to the live. It helps out the show out there. Mr. Pruitt, thanks for the thumbs up, brother. Lemon, if I say that right, if I kill your name, I'm Puerto Rican. Sometimes my Puerto Rican accent or Spanish just kicks in. So what's up, man? What's up, Lemon? I'm assuming that's Lemon King, right? But what's up, my man? Thanks for coming in the live. You guys chatting there, little 50. What's up? Yes, keep chatting up. I'm gonna put this. Let me find this phone number for you guys. and hopefully it works out. Now, of course, there's only one person can call at a time, so uh, I may be making the mistake of putting it out there, but it is what it is. Don't care. It's not my personal number, guys. It is for the channel, and I will only use it for the channel when I do lives and I want to receive phone calls. So just putting that out there. So I know Mr. Pruitt. Let me see something here. So I'm playing. I'm playing with this. What's up, 50? You guys saying hi to each other. I love you guys in the chat. What's up? What's up? Let me read this real quick. Hey, Leonard. What's up, Leonard? Just came out checking. Good luck on the channel. Leonard from Cali. Rack him up. Hey, Ryan Cali, another Cali brother. Thanks, Leonard. I appreciate you coming and checking it out. Stick around if you want for a little bit. Should appreciate support, guys. So I'm going to put it here in the comments. Maybe I can put it on the banner. That's what it is. Put it on the banner. Let me edit this. I tell you, I'm playing with this. I didn't get a chance to play with this, man. I've been busy with the holidays doing this. I honestly just got a quick little snippet haircut from the only place I can find open here is Saks. So that was just so I can look good for you guys. And I want to start the new year looking all right. Who doesn't, right? You know, trucking, I wonder how you guys get haircuts. Those who stay on the road as long as I do, how you guys do haircuts. I do got a set of clippers in my truck. I'll tell you that. So I do got a set of clippers in the truck. So when I got to take a haircut. So if somebody had a question about that, there's your answer. I don't care having it short, but if you have longer hair, let me know what you guys do. You know what you guys do. So I'm just typing in the phone number here in this little banner. And see how it works out. But I hope you guys are hearing me all right. Let's see. Let me check out the comments real quick. We got here Africa here, American Dream. Your truck just came to the live here. Man, American Dream, how's it going? You're in trucking, I'm assuming that's what you meant. Well, welcome to the career, brother. Working to a career. Hopefully not just a job, but a career. But appreciate it. Welcome to the live. Appreciate jumping in, checking it out. I'm gonna try to keep an eye, but let me put it out here. I know Mr. Pruitt, we were chatting about coming in and kind of, chatting for a little bit. So let me set that off here. So Mr. Pruitt, if you want to jump in, but that is a phone number right there. So y'all want to chat in, just comment it below. Let me know you want to call in. I know Mr. Pruitt wants to, so you can jump in and call, and then we'll see how. Hopefully, that comes in all fine and dandy, and everybody else can hear you. But can I know? I'm assuming you guys can hear me, so I just want a quick thumbs up, real quick, or smiley face if you guys can hear me. Okay, I appreciate it. Sounds one of it's a little cloudy here in Saks. Not too bad. That's why I got the jacket. It's a little jacket and a sweater. It's still chilly. So yeah, smash that like button. Appreciate it. I know you guys can hear me good. Sounds good. American Dream. I'm an American now for 4 months and with FedEx. Cool. Doing FedEx. I'm assuming we are with a contractor with FedEx or directly with FedEx. Let me know that. Are you directly with a contractor? I do have a friend. Speaking of FedEx, I do have a friend here in Sacramento that he got his license a month before I did, and he was working. He didn't have to go through Americarrier. He paid for his license. He had got laid off. I don't want to say a lot about his story because I'm hoping to interview him on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day, maybe New Year's Eve, interviewing that and post that in. All right. Hold up on guys. Oh, oh. Hey, Pruitt, call back. Call back because he hanged up on you for some reason. I know it's Mr. Pruitt. Give me a call back. But I was saying I have a friend that works for FedEx, and hopefully I'll interview him here shortly. Next week before I take off because he works nights. But we're gonna spend. He's a good friend of mine. He's actually the guy that keeps my motorcycle. Actually, the nice sports bikes in his house. He's also a rider, and but he works for FedEx with a contractor. And I think he's his second contractor, but he's making good money. I think I'm gonna let him talk. I don't want to start, but he's making decent money with there. He's happy there. He's a 1099 though, but he's happy there. And I say not 1099 is bad. I'm just saying it's different. It's not the same thing as being a company driver. But Mr. Pruitt, if you don't mind calling back, I believe that was you trying to call. And I'll try to do this correct this next time. Thought I hit the right button. I mean, hit the wrong button. But I don't know. What you guys got for Christmas, man? I haven't seen anything come through. What you guys got for Christmas? Or what you're hoping to get when you get home? If you're still on the road, let me know as well. If you're still on the road, appreciate you guys being on the road. Hope you're being safe. You're still on the road, let her know. We'll hang here for a little bit. There we go. There you are, brother. Can you hear me okay?
Hey, brother, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Well, exhausted, but I can't complain. Well, I can, but I won't. I can, but I won't. Hey, everybody. I see a lot of you in here. I want all of y'all to hit that thumbs up. Y'all know how important that is.
Hey, 50-50.
Hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's it, man.
You're on the road, aren't you, 50?
That helps people know. Man, I am. I'm actually at the yard here in El Paso.
Okay.
And I had me a rough one today, boy. I'm tired. So.
Yeah, one of those days, huh?
Yeah, out of the Laredo tournament, we get a lot of those wood trims. Those little.
Yeah.
Like door trims and these trims are for picture frames.
Okay.
So
wow.
You know how they stack them when they come in from across the border.
Yeah.
They're in bundles, and then the bundles are stacked on the trailer. And I got here early thinking that I was going to be able to grab something and get rolling, and it was on the flatbed. Kind of, the load had shifted.
Oh,
while it was sitting on the when they dropped it. It was twisted, so I didn't even hook up to it because it looked like it was about to tumble over. So they had to fix all of that crap, and then put the paper plastic over it, then tarp it.
I know that's rough right there, man. They didn't have none of the extra help out there today.
I had that $20 bill in my hand. I was trying to find a pole, man. Everybody dance on this pole. There's a footy. Go tarp that load for me. There was nobody was there, man.
Oh, man.
This is the second time in a row. The last time I came, nobody was there. I had to climb up on top of that, get my old butt on top of that load.
Yeah.
And throw 3 tarps. By the time you get finished with it, you've done something. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Drive and refrigerator guys, and I can't knock you. Well, I can, but I won't. Look here, you get to exercise, mess around with these flatbeds.
Definitely do. Definitely do.
Yeah, you get to exercise. It's not bad though. It's not. It's definitely not what I thought flatbed would be. I thought when I got into this, I was gonna, be. Stressing it, sore all the time, and hating tarping and securing stuff. But actually, it's not as bad as people let on to be. It's some work, but it ain't as bad as people let on.
Definitely. I hope you guys can hear 50. If you guys can hear, If you guys can hear 50, give me a thumbs up there or a thumbs down if you're not. Just double checking. But yeah, man, that's
Hopefully everybody got.
yeah. Let me double check here. Audio.
Uh,
Go ahead and speak 50.
yeah, I think.
Oh, you're coming through.
Yeah, Leonard heard me, so
Yeah,
we good.
we're good.
You
All
know,
right.
and I'm really glad. I'm really glad that you guys came over and helping him out here. I don't know how many thumbs up we got. I'm trying to refresh, but y'all can't. Hey guys, it's very important because whenever you give somebody a thumbs up, it only takes a second. It only takes just reach over there and put your finger on that thumbs up button every time you watch a video, and it really helps as far as YouTube's algorithms,
Yeah, it does.
and it'll make others who have even if they've just watched a video in the past for a minute and clicked off of it, it'll help those people get noticed, that let them know that there's a lot going on right now. So we really kind of need to bump that up, man. Just get them thumbs up. So it don't take but a second.
It don't think about a second. It definitely does. I do. I watch a lot of channels. I watch 50s and I watch other channels that he recommends, and of course other truckers. I tend to look for other rookies and even different things. I like to see what they post out. But of course, all the experienced people. But even if I watch half the video for whatever reason, whether I'm because I'm loading, unloading, and I just had a little break and I'm just watching something, or it wasn't exactly what I was looking for the moment, I still, I still put a thumbs up because, it's work, and they put themselves out there. So I know how it is. I know how it is. But I
Yeah,
appreciate all you guys. But man, you're there on El Paso.
yeah.
I
I
know how
know.
those trims. That's the world of trims right there on El Paso terminal. So if you're coming to Melton, you will go to El Paso and have a little fun with those.
Yep, yeah. I mean, they're not real heavy loads, but they are. You have to. You do several load check, tire checks on them. Basically,
Yep.
what a load check tire check means is that you, after the first 50 miles, you want to pull over it and make sure that the load is settling as you're driving. The load will settle, and so you're going to go out there with your bar and tighten the straps down. And uh, there's actually a duty status for that. You go on duty, and then you do a what do you call them, the message on there that says that you're doing a low tech child check, and
Oh yeah,
then
yeah.
you want to make sure um, former manners. That's what it is. It's a former manner, but you put the LCTC, and then we go out and we tighten those straps up and make sure everything is good to go. Make sure the tires are still good, and then you take off. And generally speaking, you really only have to do it when after the first 50, you do it, and then uh, after maybe at a rest, if you go for a rest break, restroom break, or
Yep.
a 30 break or whatever, fuel, you can put those. You check it again, right?
Right.
But with these trims, holy cow, you can't really ratchet them down real tight. Is the biggest problem. You can't really wrench down because you'll
You'll
damage
break
the
him.
product.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You'll
Yep. And so you're constantly having to check it.
Yeah. What I tend to do, especially coming from those trips, I picked up a couple of those floats from El Paso. Um, I tend to, I plan my route like when I do my pre-plan, but you'll learn if you're going to Melton. If you're listening to this, you'll learn. They'll teach you, every 150 miles to every approximately or 3 hours to kind of stop and do your low check tire checks, make sure everything's still okay. But if you really think about it, once you're on the road for a little bit, you'll figure out that that's usually either a fuel stop, most likely, some days, or maybe you just want to stop for restroom break or whatever, a quick stop. And if you stop, the way I learned with my trainer, and I've continued applying it, but if you every time you stop, just do a low check tire check, just did it.
Yep.
And even if it was 100 miles and you say, well, I got to drive 150, you don't have to drive 150 miles to stop. So or you don't have to
Right.
hit exactly 3 hours to stop. I say there's been a couple times that I stretch it to 4 hours. If I know my load secure is okay, and I want them stopping, and I check, I'll sometimes I'll stretch it to 4 hours on an occasion, and then stop and check. Um, but I heard a comment, and I think in a different channel, I don't remember. Somebody said this. I know I just heard it, but I think it was on the Melton Operation page. I think that's where it was, where it says, if you don't feel comfortable in your securement where God can take that load off that trailer, just make sure you feel that way before you take off. uh,
Yep.
you just feel before you
Yep.
take off. There are loads. I've done a couple of videos on the installation loads. It's similar. You can't tie it real tight, but you have to make sure it's tight. They don't weigh much, but
Right.
it takes a little bit of getting used to that feeling that, oh man, I can't put this real tight. Is it going to stay there?
Right.
They'll stay for sure. You just got to
Well,
make sure your front and back are secured properly, but it's all good.
it sounds it sounds weird, but it's on lows like that with the insulation and with these trim pieces, delicate lows like that. Uh, they're light, you know,
Yeah.
but I find that because I'm not wrenching down on them real tight, I throw more straps,
Right.
and yeah, you put more straps on there, but they're not all wrenched down tight.
Right.
But because you have more straps on it, uh, it's just added securement, and it tends to work out a lot better that way.
Oh yeah. I've put 16 straps on a 8,000 pound load of insulation.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is what it
yeah.
is. I've definitely thrown. You throw the cross ones in the front and the cross ones in the back too. Uh, but
Right.
it's just whatever makes you feel secure. But of course, for Melton itself, they teach you what to do and what they would like their policy is for you to secure. But if you feel you got to put a couple extra straps on the load, go for it and do it. It's whatever makes your mindset feel that load secure and comfortable while you're driving, and for your own safety and the safety of everybody else around you. So that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming into the
Yeah,
channel, man. 50 again, for those,
yeah.
I don't think there's anybody here who don't know who 50 plus is, but if for any reason you don't, make sure you go check out the channel. This is my first live. I've been wanted to test this out, and this equipment you're seeing here is not only for before 50 starts hitting me up and saying that he wants to ratchet me again for some video tips, but
Oh
but
yeah, don't worry, don't worry. I'll be hitting you up shortly.
I tell you
You
what,
know,
but
so my son is starting to slack off. You know, and he does all my stuff, and I keep saying, "Hey man, something's wrong with my system. I must have unplugged something. You can come over here and look at it." Oh no, you might have COVID.
oh
So,
man.
he
Oh
just don't
man.
want to come over there. But all I got to do is tell him, I got some barbecue, and all of a sudden, he ringing the doorbell. So,
Anytime, anytime.
yeah, man, that's how they roll. That's how they do me. Now they all grown, so
Oh, I know. I
they
know.
come around. Yeah, they come around
When they need
when
some.
it's gift giving time or time to eat. Then they come.
Oh, I know,
That's
bro.
how they roll.
I have
But
Go ahead. I have a 16-year-old. Oh, what am I hearing here? There
um,
you go. Sorry,
yeah,
see, I don't test. I have a 16. 16 is my youngest, and that's the boy that came on the last video that I brought a new writer. That was my son. He's my youngest,
yeah,
but I have an older that she's 25 and 25, 23. I'm letting you guys know. Yeah, I'm not that young. 25, 23. I have a 20-year-old. Just turned 20, and she's gonna be a mom too. I have one granddaughter that's 2 years old and another granddaughter or another grandbaby. We don't know yet, on the way for next year. So but I know how it is, man. You're on the road. I'm separated, so I'm divorced. I'm separated, I'm divorced. So they call you when they want you. Once they get to a certain age, it's kind of a totally different vibe. But it takes a little bit to get used to. Get the camera over here to focus on me instead. Get
yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little bit getting used to when they grow up, man. I tell you that. And when they grow up and they have kind of their own life going on, and it takes a little bit getting used to. But That's kids, man. It's definitely kids.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
We come out here with burning fuel, but we got to do something, make a legacy. That's what we out here for. So I won't keep you guys too long. I'm gonna let somebody else get in here and talk to you. And I'm trying to do a little bitty break before I wake my butt up and go to start heading towards Dallas. So
all right, going to Dallas with that load, huh?
Yeah. 615 miles or something like that.
Cool.
It's not due tomorrow; it's due the next day. But I'm gonna get it there tomorrow. With a 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take off. Yeah, I'm gonna take off at about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. That'll give enough time. By the time I get to San Antonio, everything is cleared out. No traffic, and even with a truck governed at 65 miles an hour, if you want to get there in a day, guys, here's what I'm telling you: want to get there in a day, you can do it with a governed truck, 65 miles an hour.
Oh, sure can.
When you have the right terrain, if you're going through the mountains, it ain't gonna happen. But in Texas, you can do it. Okay, because we're rolling, but we're flat. And so what I do is I'm gonna go ahead on and knock it out right now. Go ahead and shut these eyes, get a little nap. But I'm gonna run at night. I'm gonna run all night long.
Okay.
No traffic. Traffic is really light. And I would already go through, like I said, San Antonio. I got to go through there, and you go through these cities, man, at the right times where traffic won't slow you down, and you'll be surprised how many miles you're going to be able to knock out in one 11-hour journey. You can do it.
Oh yeah.
And you can, if you believe in that, hey, I'm going to get tired or whatever. You have 14 hours to run that 11. So,
and if you add
3 hours,
if you add the split, sorry to interrupt. If you add the new, regulations of doing a split, you can definitely get some rest in and still drive your hours. So,
that's right. And so, which is what I'm doing right now. But I just decided to ignore the split and go ahead on and take the 10. And when I get off the phone, he can confuse y'all some more about what that split sleeper means. But I'm going to stay in the bunk for 10 hours so I can get a fresh clock, and then I'm going to start running. I'm going to run hard. I'm going to just keep going. I got full fuel, so I may stop and take a 2-hour break. Okay, I can park in the rest area, take a 2-hour nap, jump up and take off again, and I will still have time left on my clock. And because I can stop that clock. Remember, there's a 14-hour window to get 11 hours of driving. So I might drive 6 hours and then take a 2-hour nap. When I get back on, I still have 7 hours to run. Well, no, I'm sorry, 5 hours to run. You see?
Yep.
And so you can get her done. All you gotta do is keep the door closed and not continuously. What messes you up is if you start taking long breaks or too many breaks and start eating into your 14-hour window.
Totally.
And it closes in on your 11, and then you start wasting drive time. At the truck stop. That's not good. That's when you mess up.
Yeah, learn corrected you right there. He said you got 5 hours left. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
all right, guys. Eight folks in here, 8 thumbs up. Let's get them done.
Yeah, I should appreciate it, man.
You guys have some fun. I'm going to bed.
Get your sleep. Get sleep. I appreciate calling in, 50. Yeah, have a good one, man.
You guys, brother.
All right. Be safe. All right. Well, I know Mr. Pruitt wanted to call, so hope you grabbed the phone number. So get ready for that. Give me a couple of minutes here. We'll get you in here. But man, thanks you guys for joining in again, man. Thanks you guys joining in. But definitely that split break just continued where 50 left off. That 50, that split, you log with the split about the A2 or or 7 and 3, it definitely helps. Do I use it? I use it mostly during my pickup and drop off days. That's where I use it. Either it's going to be at the receiver when I drop off, where I end up using it depending how long they take to unload me, um, or I'm going to use it at the shipper picking up at the latest. And basically, what that does is pauses that 14-hour clock. At that point, the moment it hits, it's going to keep counting down on your 14 until it hits that second hour, and then you'll see that 14 kind of go roll back to where you stopped, and it'll stop right there. And you can do it either A2. It's expected to do an A2 split if you leave right at A2, or if you can let it roll, a little bit more closer to 3 or 3 plus. Sometimes it's been a little over 3 and it still does it. So, but it'll pause our 14-hour clock. Now, downside of that is that it can make for a very, very long day, as far as working. Um, like 50 is using it right now to take a nap and going to sleep, and some people you can do that. One occasion for me, I was up. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning in Flagstaff, and I was delivering in Phoenix. And by the time I woke up, I had to be there. I believe it was 8 a.m. Deliver that load, and then they gave me a new load to go pick up in Mesa, Arizona. Went to Mesa to pick up. Um, and then, as you guys know, parking in closest to city areas is gets full real quick. And the Phoenix area, there's not a lot of truck parking either. If you're not from a local area, like I'm not from a local area, so they'll still know. I still don't know all the hidden spots. So if you guys know some hidden spots in certain cities, make sure to watch my channel and post some of those spots there where I go. But I usually go for find a trucker or a truck stop that I can go to take a shower, especially on unload days and pickup days. I want to go ahead and take a shower before I go to sleep. If 99% of the time. Um, but anyway, by the time I got out of there, got my load, and then drop off 7, I had to go back up 17 because I was delivering in Utah. And going up 17 is literally going up all the way, going up a hill, and I was 78,000 pounds. And it took time off for me, going to the city in the afternoon traffic. I didn't make it all the way back to 40 with approximately, what I want to say was like 5 minutes left on my driving clock, but I didn't stop till about 9:30 at night. So from 3:30 in the morning to 9:30 at night, all day working and awake. So it can make for a long day, but it gets you going, you know. And I took my 10-hour break after that. So just because you do a split, if you're a rookie and you're coming in and you're wondering, well, if I do a split, if I do the 2 split, then I only can stop for 8 hours and then I have to get back rolling, even though if I don't, I'm not tired, or if I'm too tired still, whatever. No, you can take a full 10-hour break after that. So it's not that you have to, if you did a 3-hour split and you have to only take 7, it just means that when you do the 7, you can start rolling again and you get the hours that you had to continue driving left. But you can take a full 10 if you plan it properly and you pre-trip and you can. Then you can take your full 10-hour break, sleep your 10-hour, reset your clock completely, and keep on going. But that split will help you in making sure that you have your hours to drive, either to get out after you pick up your load, your second load. You're able to pick up and get out of the city or get out of the area, get out to the truck stop where you want to go to. That's where it's at. Um, I'm gonna put the phone number up in case you need it. Mr. Pruitt wanted to give a call on chat, so give me a call back again. That's the phone number, guys, 909-566-0596. Again, I'm only going to use that number for live calls. If you want to call and chat, right now I'm just posting it right there. I know I have Mr. Pruitt who wanted to give me a call. We spoke on Instagram. What's up, Emmanuel? Emmanuel says, I would like my full 10. Definitely, huh? I like having my full 10 too, brother. I like having my full 10 too. Bro, let me know if you need the phone number back up. But I definitely I do plan to always have a full 10-hour break. I just use the split to make sure that I have enough hours to drive after I pick up that load. the same, when drop off and pick up days. I make sure that I have enough drivers to drive as far as I can um, on that first day. Because usually Melton, at least for Melton, and that's all I might speak of, but at least for Melton, um, they give you the load. They give you plenty of time to get there, and they do their calculations. And I know being that I went through the Swift program before. Even though I didn't stay, I didn't necessarily finish with Swift, and I just got my license on my own. If you don't know that, you can watch one on beginning channels. Um, but they mentioned the same thing. Pre-plans, major companies, big fleets, they normally just calculate their miles from the drop-off locations, pickup location to drop-off location at a 50-mile-an-hour rate of speed. But they're also including there your, at least for Melton, your low tire checks, your low quick 30-minute break as well. That time that you need, that you require, that you need to have. Um, but I plan mine at 60 mile an hour because he's a government truck with Melton, as many others, at 65. But I plan mine at 60 mile an hour as far as me driving and where I want to get to and be at. So when I am picking up, the days that I'm picking up, I use a split. It's worked wonderful for me doing that. And I try to drive at least 150 plus miles for that first day. So that's about 3 hours. So within 3 hours, 2.5 to 4 hours, I think the max that I've done is drive 6 hours. And that's because I was able to pick up like real quick, real early and drop going. And I had a lot of time. Um, I'm not one to drive super late at night. The latest I've driven is probably 10, 11. I have gotten up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning to be able to make it to my deliveries. Like I said, you do what you have to do on the road, but I normally prefer to drive as keep my sleeping schedule as normal as possible and not break that rule as much as I can. 99% of the time, I'm able to do it and I have no problem with it. Some days as long, some days are short. But if you take advantage of that first day you get that load to advance at least a couple of 100 miles, you're ahead of the game. Like I've said a couple of my videos, plan, hit it hard at first and then you can relax later on, especially in wintertime. We can talk about that today too, or another video. Um, check the chat here. Leonard second that too. Yep. He knows what I'm talking about. Appreciate that. See K Town Wolf Rider. Been watching your channel. Good stuff. I'm trying to decide between Melton and Maverick. 50 plus is giving me a lot of good info. Yeah, 50 have got a lot of info on his channel as well. I've had Maverick people, reach out to me, tell me to go to Maverick. Whether they knew. Oh, lost you guys there. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let me fix that real quick. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. You guys can still hear me. Hopefully, there we go. I moved a little bit. Actually, let me fix that real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta tell you, it's first time. I still got a couple of extra dummy batteries from my camera coming out. Let me fix my camera real quick because I don't like that angle. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you, K Town. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That was me pushing mute buttons. I tell you, get nervous talking to you guys. Oh why? Um, I know you can hear me now. But I was saying is I don't know much about Maverick per se, K Town. I've spoken to a few people that told me good things about them as well. Um, thank you, Manuel. Um, but all I can tell you is about my experience with Melton. I mean, uh, they're a great company. I've had no issues with them. Very little. Well, let me very little issues. Like I said, I'm a very positive guy, so it's hard for me to find issues. The only issues that I've had with Melton, to be honest, if any, um, is sometimes not sometimes. It's happened maybe twice. It's if it takes a little bit for them to information back. Thanks, Lauren. You guys can hear me again. Appreciate that. Um, you know, and that's mostly because I tend to want to be, those days that you want to plan on a route or you want to plan to pick up and pick up your next load quick as possible. And it takes a little longer for them to kind of give you a load um, for XYZ. We're not in the office. We don't know what they're checking to. They do their job, which they're part of the team as well. Um, Sometimes truckers get to talk a lot of trash about the people in the office, and I've seen it on Facebook groups, pages, and things like that from different companies. But as far as Smelton, they talk about they want to talk smack about people in trash being micromanaged and things like that. I'm not micromanaged at all. So if you've seen that, I'm sure you probably heard a little bit of that. Maybe I'm not micromanaged at all. I contact my DM, or my DM contacts me whenever he needs something from me or has a question, and I do the same. That's about it. Um, I get my answers 99% of the time quickly. Um, and if I can't get to the Qualcomm, I go ahead and I'll send an email to my DM. Like if it's something that I need him to look at and look into, and I'm not necessarily in a rush to have that answer back, I'll send him an email. Type an email real quick and just let her know, hey man, I got this question or I need this. Can you look into this for me? And I'll follow up with him. If I haven't heard anything back, usually he responds back the same day. But now I'll follow up, next day or whatever. Give him 24 hours or so to kind of check into it if I know it's something that he needs to ask other people about. Um, that happened to you as well. What do you mean? What happened to you? Which one? Let me know a little more info on that. 2 hours waiting for a load. I'm assuming, yeah, especially doing, and I'll put that back up there. I'm assuming that's where you're waiting for a load. Let me know if that's what you meant, Emmanuel. Yeah, if you're 2 hours waiting for a load, and that can happen, especially holidays, holiday season. Man, a couple of the guys that you see 50s out still driving. He drives regional. If you know his channel, he know what does he does. Emmanuel is so he says yes. So yeah, waiting for a load. Manuel's is also say 1 year rookie driver as myself, and he's OTR though, completely OTR. Um, but during the holidays, I did have that conversation with my DM Manuel. Just kind of share that he told me, during the Christmas day all the way through beginning of January, he's real slow. And that's why they do encourage most drivers as much as possible. Hey, just go home, take a break, even if it's just 1 week. But it all depends if you have the days to go home, or the hometown days to go home, bank to go home. That also depends whether you go home or not. So it depends how you work throughout the year and how you accumulate it and save those days to use into the holidays. Two, it could be financially. You know, financially, you might need to work. You're not able to take that long of a break. I was, fortunately, I can't say I saved a whole lot of money, but I planned it. So we saved some money the last couple of weeks, the last 2.5 weeks of the settlements to be able to be home enough time, enough money to cover the bills that need to be covered, and an extra, of course, just in case anything happened, or we wanted to do anything when we're locally. But yeah, just kind of going back to what I was saying. Yes, it can take it sometimes can take them a couple hours to get your load, but it depends where you're at located when you're dropping off. There are certain areas in certain states that Melton doesn't have a lot of clients in a couple of states, and they may need to kind of figure out where your next load is going to come to, and it takes them a minute. But that's very few far in between. Um, what else can I tell you? If you have any other questions, uh, specific questions you want to ask, K Town, go ahead and ask him on the chat. Um, like I said, I'll put phone number here if anybody wants to call and ask some questions or just comment. That's the phone number you can call, and I'll answer that. And I can only take one person at a time. I know there was another gentleman follower that wanted to call, so if you want to call and chat, just say hello, whatever. Share your story, or you want to share, how's it been? If you work for Melton or work for a different company, don't matter. This is chucking for Ricky, so any feedback, any that you can give out to myself or our listeners would be great. Go for it. Um, Lemon Keen says, first 4 weeks out as a driver. Hey, that's cool, man. How's that going? Who are you driving for? I'm not sure if you're with Melton or not. Um, who are you driving for? What are your plans? How do you feel about those first 4 weeks? Are you by yourself already? Or are you still training? Let me know. Let us know. Like to know here in the chat. But it's been fun. My first year, I'm like I said, I'm recording a video for you guys coming out. I am recording a video while I'm home, that I've been thinking about before I got home, about my first year in trucking. So um, be in the lookout for that after, probably shortly after the first year. I was going to try to do it before the first, but that's this week. Lots going on. So may not be able to do it by then, but definitely in the first of January, I'm going to put that out. I definitely hit my first year with Melton technically in January. As somebody asked me on Instagram, I think it was Mr. Pruitt, that asked me if I was still with Melton. Yes, I am. Uh, I know I put that short video real quick saying like I was done. And, I play a little camera, a little trick for the video. But now it's just done for the holidays, for the season. But yes, I'm still with Melton. I do not plan to go anywhere. I right now don't have no plans to go anywhere. I have a schedule time uh in my goal plans, actually, in myself, as far as what we want to do. And at this point, it doesn't mean moving out of Melton. I'm happy where I'm at. I make these, pretty good money. I think they're fair. Are they perfect? No, they're not perfect. No company's perfect. And like the saying goes, if you find a perfect company, don't join it, because the moment you join it, it's not perfect anymore, because we're not perfect. So there's no perfect company. You just got to find what works for you, works for your home, works for your family, works for your life goals. And sometimes you just got to give something a shot. You just got to make a decision and give them a shot. And I'm not one that promotes, job shopping or job hopping, from one job to another. I did that a lot when I was younger, and I learned my lessons. So even though in trucking, you see that a lot from some folks, they just jump from one company to another company. I still think that doesn't look good as an employee or as a driver. Doesn't look good in your record, but you do what you got to do. Um, but if you have to try something out and it doesn't work, then definitely look for something better if it's not working for you. All I said, all I can tell you, man, is do your research, ask all the questions that you can. If that's what we're here for. That's what us that 50 of myself and 809 driver that you're doing it for a little bit. Some longer than others are here for. You can ask questions. That's what this channel's about. You can ask questions. If I don't know the answers, I will find the answers for you. So, but I can give you my best answer. Uh, let's see. Go back, try to keep up with that. Solo over the road working for me. That's great. Yep. I don't like teaming. I don't know if you guys like teaming. If you do, let me know in the comments below. I will not team. I would not team. I would not team with my son if it came to age. I would really think it hard. The only person I would consider teaming was with Ashley, and Ashley does not want to drive trucks, so I'm not worried about it either. Uh, but I don't. I never even thought about the idea of teaming. I never even gave it a chance in my head. Um, see what else K Town says here. The recruiter says an average 2,500 miles per week. I know it will fluctuate, but it is pure accurate. Yes, it is very accurate. And Emmanuel will answer you below as well in the chat most of the time. Yeah, it is. It is very accurate. I would say their minimum plan that they try to get you is 2,000 a week, to be honest. Because if you calculate things on a business perspective, is that truck needs to run a certain amount of miles for them to make money as a company and for you to make money as a driver. It will fluctuate as far as depending on the season. Like right now, holidays. You also got to consider 2020. If you talk to rookie drivers that had a little bit of a close mentality, to be honest, in my opinion, I probably need to get some light out here on in a second, guys, so you guys can keep seeing it. I do have one, but um, see how much longer we stay on the live. But um, depending on who you talk to, 2020 with COVID, a lot of things happened this year. There was a lot of up and downs and loads, a lot of up and downs and employment and people, a lot of changes that every company had to put, work with. So you have to consider that as far as what you listen to from who this year. What I can tell you is that if I've averaged out, I haven't done it. I'm gonna do it, and I'll put a video out there on that. How about that? But if I average out all the miles that I've gotten since I've been with Melton, it would probably average out 2,500 a week, if not a little bit more. But I would almost guarantee that that's what it average out to. Um, but it is pretty accurate. Me and Manuel spoke on the phone the other day. Um, let me answer this real quick. Hey, learner, that smash that button, enjoy the channel. We'll keep you supporting UK, learn. Thank you. Appreciate it, Leonard, man. If you haven't hit out, bro. I appreciate it, Leonard. Appreciate the shout out. Thanks, support, guys. Um, but me and Manuel spoke to me, and I can tell you this. Um, the week before I came home, my home, I hit 2,800. The week before that, I did 3,900, almost 4,000 miles in 1 week. In 1 week, one settlement period, and that's not the first time. A couple of weeks before that, uh, a week before that one, I hit, and I can look them up and show you guys mileage wise, Joe's. Before that, I've hit in, I think it was 2,600, and then the 2 weeks before that, I hit over 3,000 on each one. Now I run hard. I run hard in the beginning. I don't play around when I want to get miles. When I'm just, and I do that every week. But I run hard every chance I get. I get a load. My plan is to try to deliver as early as possible, or get there as early as possible, and attempt to deliver early if I can. If it's a jet load, which means just in time load, those 9 times out of 10, you cannot deliver early because it means it's a crane load or something like that, or they're waiting for another truck that's bringing a different part or pieces or whatever, and you can only get there at a certain time to unload. But there are a few occasions in between, and even those you can deliver early. Now, are you going to get there early all the time? No, you're not going to be able to be early at every single load that you have. But running hard and getting to your deliveries and pickups on time is number one key. And on time doesn't mean like on the dots. And that doesn't mean that if your appointment's at 8 o'clock in the morning that you get there at 8 o'clock in the morning or at 7:59. If if you had no choice, traffic, things happen. Yeah, that's understandable. But if you did something on the way there to that delay you from being there on time, that's on you. That really it's on you. It's not on the company. It's on you. That's why I say it, and I will always encourage run hard from the beginning. Let me put some light on. I know what happened earlier on my camera, guys, is I have two batteries, and one of them died. I have it plugged in to keep running as a battery, but I have to get a different little setup to keep it running. But I want to give you guys a chance to keep chatting for a little bit. I don't know if anybody else wants to call in, but give me here a minute real quick. I'm gonna put a light on the laptop that I have, and that should help out. Be right back, guys. But I don't play. I don't play. I've done a little bit of investment for all of this. But I was saying earlier, just in case, also all the stuff you guys see, the board and anything, the camera, the mic. I did wanted to share on this channel. It's nothing to do necessarily with trucking, but it has to do with live talk. I do have a podcast that a friend of mine have. We also started that this year. Turn this off for a second. Um, Started this year as well. I have a podcast called In Motion. If you guys are driving out, want to listen to some, two brothers just talking life and sharing our 2 cents, you can go check it out. Me, that's about what this channel is sponsored by. It's In Motion right now, and that's my own podcast with a friend of mine here from Cali. He's also a businessman, and he lives here, and we've known each other for several years, and we started that podcast. So it's also why I invested in this equipment, and I say, hey, why not? I'm gonna also use it in the channel for lives. I want to give you guys great audio, so that's part of this. Let me hook this up real quick so you guys can see me because the sun's out, and I don't think we have light out here. And if we do, it's not very great. So um, let me turn on the light. I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Y'all chat. Ask me some questions. You got some questions posted up. The number's there if you want to call. Just wait till I get back here and give me a call. I'll be right back. Hope that helps a little bit. Oh, somebody's calling in. Let's see who it is. Hello, hello. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is Lemon King. How you doing?
How's it going, Lemon Kid? How you doing, man? Thanks for calling in.
Hey, no problem. I tried to answer grant information on my phone and it just went all crazy on me and couldn't answer very well. So anyway, yeah, new driver, 4 weeks out now. So working with for Warner, went through the old Warner training program.
Cool.
Not the I don't know if Warner actually has they do it weird. They do it kind of different. They have their own school, which is called Roadmaster.
Right.
So they own Roadmaster. So I went to Roadmaster, and then you go to Warner if you want to go to Warner, or you could just go to Roadmaster if that's what you wanted to do. Right. But yeah, just to answer the question, yeah, it's 4 weeks out now. I started out in Florida, and I've been all over. So yeah, I started in Florida. So I went to Florida, went to Laredo, from Laredo, went to Illinois and Michigan, Ohio, back to Texas, and to Colorado. So it's literally been all over.
Yep.
So yeah.
And you're solo driver?
For someone who's solo driver, and for someone who just literally just never done it before, up until that point, the furthest I had even driven anywhere on my own was in North Carolina. So, so it's been quite the experience. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. Are you doing reefer or driving?
It's Warner's pretty much reefer. I'm sorry, drive-in.
Okay.
They do have some reefers, but I very rarely see them. They also have a flatbed division, but again, it's like spotting a unicorn. I very ever see them.
Yeah, because they're trying to diversify a little bit of everything, but their priority things usually drive-in. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's mostly driving. Yeah, but overall it's been quite a journey. So between from the day you decide to go to school and and make that phone call and go to school, it all takes off a life of its own. I mean, everyone who's a driver already kind of, I guess, knows what I'm talking about there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's definitely an experience. It's definitely there's a little bit of that scary moment, right? Where you're trying to think of this is the right decision.
Oh, yeah.
Taking off for school.
Well, yeah.
Being away.
Yeah. I mean, it's a life-changing process. I mean, for many people who are, well, I guess for everyone who's going to come into this field, but it wasn't my prior line of work was a golf course superintendent. So complete change from what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so and to save money and go to school and then just quit your job, which is a pretty good paycheck, and then go, okay, well, to throw everything on a maybe, okay, let's try this. It's a very scary process for many people. So, but so far it's been enjoyable. I believe my wife doesn't enjoy it as much as I do. I'm a person that's very happy to be alone, but she misses me quite a deal. I do miss my wife too, but she's more of a social person than I am. But.
Gotcha. So you don't mind me asking, what was it pushed you to actually make the decision to come into trucking? What was your major factor?
I'm a big fan of 50, and I've been on his channel for a long time.
Cool.
And so I was literally sitting in my office at my job where they had offered me my boss's job.
Oh, wow.
And they said, well, you're going to be making, next year you'll make 65 plus, to take that job. And I was making about 50, I guess, when I left the other job as an assistant.
Okay.
And then so I was like, well, the thing is if I take this job, I'm already 47 now. It's going to be a job that's going to be a career path that I'm going to be stuck in for quite a long time. So either I'm going to change my life now, or I'm going to be stuck in this field, which is a very political field when you get into the golf course business. When it comes to, you got golf course committees, you got board members and board meetings and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's a very political business to be in. So it's a decision of where you want to be and do I need to make the change now? Because if I don't make the change now, you're getting into a point in your life where you either stay on the path you are or you change it now. So
right.
I did not see my future being there. I had already been doing that for 20 years. And it's like, do I really want to continue doing this? And my mom and dad both were truck drivers. So I definitely already had an interest in it.
Okay.
So yeah, I just kind of pushed myself into it. My wife was more scared about doing it than I was, I believe. But yeah, overall, it was a fun process.
Yeah, it is. It definitely a life-changing experience. I'm 42, so I'm not right behind you. I definitely understand that thought process of, if you're gonna make a change, don't wait too much longer. It's never too late to make a change.
Right.
I mean, there's some folks have gotten into
No,
a
it's
career
not.
change, but for me, I definitely understand where you're coming from, having that thought at this, time and season, and just say, I need to make a change. I
Right.
need to do something. I spent 20 years myself in logistics and warehousing. That's from bottom all the way to production management, and I needed to make a change. And
Right.
it was this time, December 2nd last year, where I made that decision, and I headed to the truck school for Swift. If you've seen past my videos, I actually went for the Swift school. Just didn't ended up
Right.
going with Swift, but yeah, that's a last-changing decision. My girlfriend Ashley, it was she was not too happy me being away either. I was gone. I saw her for a couple of days in between, like in the middle of it, but I was literally gone for 3 months before I actually picked her up, because she rides with me. So if you watch my channel, she rides with me.
Right.
That's our plan. But being away from home, I know I've spoken to about that a little bit, and it's something that in 50's channel, actually, when he did a live and he called me, couple, I want to say a month ago now. We spoke about that a little bit. It's important. Relationships. Being strong, and it's an adjustment for both parties, or all parties involved. It's an adjustment and something to work out. But yeah, man, I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best. Wish you
Yeah.
the best with them.
Thank you.
If you ever wanted to consider flatbed, you have a channel and people to talk to. But I wish you the best, man. Enjoy the roads. Be safe. Wintertime is actually a great part time to learn, because you learn during the wintertime.
Yeah.
It's a daytime. It's a great time. What's the scariest moments you've got so far?
Well, I went in just when that snowstorm was hitting Oklahoma area.
Oh, wow.
Last week or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so like literally that was like straight into that. So I ended up hitting that, and it was like kind of a sleety ice hail that was kind of going on pretty good there. And I kind of drove through that with like 3 other trucks, and then we ended up kind of getting out of it. But it was like we were like, it seemed like we were the only 3 trucks on the road.
Wow.
And when we so after I cleared out of it, the roads were great. I mean, we got through it, and we moved on. I continued on into Iowa, but it was just like I had never driven on snow like that, and it was to the point where I couldn't even see the roads. All you could see is the white line in front. The road was white, it was completely white. So you couldn't tell where the lines on the streets were or anything like that until luckily we were able to get out of it. But that was when I was most nervous there, because I had never driven in it before. So
now you know.
Yeah,
how
and
it
then
feels.
and in St. Louis, I took a wrong turn around 3 a.m. on an off ramp, and thank God it was 3 a.m. because those are streets that are not meant for trucks. And it was a situation. If it would have been daytime, you would have had to call a cop.
Right.
And been like, hey, get me out of here. There's no way I can make these turns. But fortunately, that was my first lesson learned there. I was like, you know what? From now on, if I don't know, I'm staying on the interstate. I'm not going to take the exit, especially next into a big city. So, but yeah, I had to make some really careful turns to get back to the interstate. So that was
yeah, I know that. For us flatbed, since you're a rookie, I said, for us flatbeds, for those of you guys that are coming in, it's even worse if you make a wrong turn or wrong street, because we have sprayed axles and we can't make those 90
Right.
90-degree turns to flip that trailer around, especially when you're loaded. If you're empty, it's more forgiving. But if you're loaded, you're in trouble. Hope your backing skills are pretty
Right.
good. And that's what Google Maps are
I've seen
figuring out, where you can turn around. Oh, how can I make a U-turn? What parking lot can I jump into to make a U-turn?
I've seen a couple of the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those spread axles that have the front ones lift up.
Yeah,
They're either hydraulic or. Yeah, I was like, wow. I've just recently seen those, and I was like, well, that would be extremely convenient. But, those are probably private owned. I don't see many companies using those.
Yeah, for the most part, they're private owned. They are just different brands that provide that,
Right.
and that's makes it for an ease as well of driving, because you can't lift those. They're still, it's not hydraulic, still air, but they're able to raise them and lower them and make it more maneuverable. If I say that correctly, to drive the truck.
Right.
And depending on the load that they have as well, they sometimes can drive, and like when they're driving, long straight highways, they can drive with that one axle up, as long as they don't have too much weight on that rear one. So it just provides with a little more flexibility, but you have to, know what you're working with. And man, I appreciate you calling. But before you go, help me answer this question since you just went through it. Let's see what your opinion is. I have K-Town here ask, when you're doing rookie training OTR, how much money do you roughly need? I hear truck stops can be pricey.
Do you actually
definitely.
Well,
and will trainer let you cook in the truck. I'll let you answer that. I'm
cool.
going to fix my lighting real quick.
This is a very it's not a complicated answer. My trainer had a refrigerator on his truck. We didn't cook in the truck. He had a dedicated route. So we did a dedicated route from Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina. And he was home weekly, but I didn't get to go home weekly. I ended up in a hotel. So as for food, I had a credit card that I basically spent all my money on, buying food. So I'd buy Arby's and fast foods and all that kind of crap that I didn't really want to buy, but didn't really have a whole lot of choice. We didn't have any options to stop at, or at least my trainer certainly didn't stop at no, what do you want to call it, Walmart or anything like that. So I ended up putting in the training process, just during my, the 3 weeks that I was out with my trainer, I probably about $500-600 in food that I spent. I would easily say that. It's, you're eating twice a day, that's probably $20 easy right there. Some trainers are going to be really good about, letting you, if you can if you can bring like sandwich meats and stuff like that, which I could have if I would have had the opportunity to buy it, but for the most part, I didn't really have the opportunity to buy it.
Okay.
The worst part about the trainer trainee phase, though, is not, for me, wasn't the food. It was like sleep deprivation.
Really?
There was a couple times where I was told my trainer, like, dude, I'm sorry, bro, I'm gonna have to stop, because in his truck, I slept on the top bunk, and you sleep on the top bunk, even though he's driving, and you got like 3 straps that go over you in a net. And so you're netted in and you're strapped in up there trying to sleep, but you don't really sleep. It's like trying to sleep on a roller coaster. So, and then when he finally gets to his destination and it's your turn to finally drive, you didn't really sleep. You're lucky if you slept.
Oh, wow.
So that was the hardest part about my over the road training. But we didn't do actual OTR. We did, dedicated route that was mostly back and forth between Miami and Georgia.
All right.
So, but nonetheless, it was still, the roads sure seemed terrible from my perspective. So,
right. All right. So
you were just,
for you guys that are joining in, because I see a couple of people that have joined in. I know a couple of 11 joined in, but we are talking to, welcome to the channel here for my first live. We're talking to Lemon King, he's a rookie driver, who's been in the industry the last 4 months. He works with Warner. And we have this question for K-Town as far as, food or amount of money that you might need roughly when you are in a trainer's truck. And my queen is here, just sharing me some gloves because it's getting
Yeah, so
chilly out here. Um, but and he works for Warner, so that's your experience for Warner. Now for Melton, for those who are coming into Melton or listen to the channel considering Melton, and just to share this with you as well, Melton doesn't allow, number one, doesn't allow the trainers. It's not a team operation where it sounds like what you're training with Warner was like a team operation.
yeah, well,
If you're sleeping,
I'm
but
sorry, well, yeah, what they do is they have a certain number. You have 30 something hours of observation hours he has to do, and then it ends up being more like a team effort.
okay,
You know,
yeah. For Melton, you don't. The trainer has to be with you when you drive, so you both sleep the same times, and you drive. He's awake while you're driving,
right?
so
Yeah,
he's there with you.
I've heard of outfits that do that, and I would very much enjoy that. Believe me, it's rough. It was rough for me. Like I said, my biggest thing was trying to fight the fact that you can't sleep. That it's very difficult to sleep in that situation.
Oh yeah,
sure you're off, but
I wouldn't sleep. Like I said earlier, I'm not a team person. And my number one reason that I'm not a team person is because I am very bad trusting other people driving. uh,
right.
and I wouldn't be able to sleep either. I wouldn't be able to sleep in a ton bunk, which I know I had a hard time in my training. Even with Melton, the only thing that I could say that I had negative of my trainer part was sleeping. And uh, the tub bunk, it's not a big bed. It takes a minute to get used to. And when you come from orientation, being in a hotel comfortable bed to being in a truck for 3 weeks, it's a rough change. You're excited about the whole experience,
eventually,
but it's hard.
Yeah, eventually exhaustion takes over and you do sleep, but
Yeah,
that's just the point.
yeah, it's an adjustment. But I wouldn't. I understand your pain. That's not for me personally. That's not a kind of a safe way if you're tired because you're not able to leave.
I don't think it's a very good safe procedure either.
No,
I would just put your mindset is let's just push through this and get on my own.
Yeah,
that's your mindset.
Yep.
I mean, I had talked to other people that were like, oh yeah, I'm going to didn't work out with my trainer or whatever, and my first thought is, hell with that, man. I'm not starting over or something else like that. I'm not making this process any longer. Well, luckily, my trainer wasn't bad, but anything that would prolong my training process and on the over the road was not an option to me. I certainly didn't want that to happen. So, I mean, if you're not getting your training, then obviously you're going to say, hey, this guy's not helping me. But
right,
right.
But it's definitely something that you want to get through, man.
Right.
What were you saying?
All right. Well, I've taken up a lot of your time here.
Oh, not at all.
I don't want to hog up your phone.
I surely appreciate you coming in. I'll share you as you leave, man. I sure appreciate you being on the channel, calling in, man. Stay tuned. Appreciate the support. I'll do more of these. So we'd like to know your journey as well. So be sure to
once I got on my own, it's been very enjoyable with this company so far. So
cool.
I can't really have anything to complain about them. So
that's
anyway,
awesome,
thanks for the conversation. All right, keep plugging along, man. Have a good one.
You too. Be safe. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. So K-Town, also to answer your question from my side, since I believe you're considering between Maverick and Melton, if I remember properly, I would suggest. I originally planned to bring, I think it was about $300 to have with me, but you also got to consider the orientation time on there. Even though the company might, feed you as well, you might use a couple of bucks here, get some drinks and whatnot. With your trainer, with Melton, it's a 3-week training period. Day with your trainer, like Lemon King shared, it really depends on your trainer on how he handles his routes or his routine. Some trainers do like to cook on their truck, and they don't mind sharing with you. And something that you guys usually they share with you in the beginning, like what they do to eat and things like that. You may go, if they do that, they may go ahead and let you you guys decide, hey, I buy a little bit of food and you buy a little bit of food, and we kind of as we go on the road and we share the food as we're both in the truck. And a lot of truck drivers, a lot of trainers that do cook in their truck will be down for that 9 times out of 10. Um, my trainer didn't cook. He didn't even have a microwave in a truck. He ate in a truck stop. Truck stops can be expensive. Um, most truck stop, they have a fast food restaurant. A fast food restaurant. Yeah, if whether it's a McDonald's or a Wendy's, that you can find, or a dentist. That's kind of one of the most, or just as expensive, or a dentist. Unless you like a lot of hot dogs, and you can, you buy 2 hot dogs for $3 or whatever, and with a drink, maybe you spend $5 when you're gonna eat, then that's what you do. But I would suggest that you save at least $300 to be with your trainer, and just try to hold yourself uh to have that money with you. At least that's my opinion, at least through the orientation process. Um and training process, that you have around $300 minimum. If you can have a little more, great. You may not need that much. You may not use it all. Now remember that when you go into orientation, at least with Melton, after you pass orientation, before you go with your trainer, they also give you a little bit of cash with you, to have like a little bonus, because you pass orientation before you're a driver. It's a little. I want to say. I think I want to say it was like $400, 300 or $400. I would have to look. I really honestly don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was a couple $100 or so. Um, it was 600. I want to say it was $600 actually. It was $600. Let me correct myself. Yeah, it was $600 that we got right after orientation. So if you pass orientation, you got a little bonus, and you got that cash, and that helps you to use while you're with your trainer. So that's why I said, if going to orientation, um, just have several $100s with you, depending on what your eating habits at. If you want to go somewhere to go eat rather than just what you find at the terminal orientation, you're going to be at a hotel, so you're going to want to buy some of your own food. So plan for that. um and if you go to the Tulsa terminal, if you decide to go to Melton and you go to Tulsa terminal for orientation, which most fresh rookies, that's where they go. There is a van that you can borrow. They let you use it for an hour. Yeah. And you can go in Tulsa. There's a Walmart. There's a couple of fast food restaurants next to that Walmart. And while you're in the hotel, you can buy yourself some microwave dinners, save some money there. Or, if you decide to go, some of this fast food restaurant, get McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, whatever, and buy that. But you can save a little bit of money if you go at Walmart, and then while you're in orientation, you have snacks and microwave dinners and stuff that you can eat in the hotel without having to go in and spending money out. So I did that while I was in orientation. I did that while I was in school. While I was in school, I spent more money eating out while I was in school, because I didn't have accessibility to transportation, and I at the hotel during school. But once you're in orientation, as far as with Melton, yeah, just save your money as much as you can, whether it's going to Walmart during orientation. And when your driver, have that conversation with your driver. I had that conversation with my trainer. Sorry, I had that conversation with my trainer before we left. What was his eating habits? Did he cook in the truck? Did he not cook in the truck? How did he like to drive as far as his hours? Was it early driver, 2 a.m. driver, or was he a late, early morning or mid morning driver? So we had that conversation. Sleeping arrangements, of course, they sleep in the bottom bunk bed. You sleep in the tuck bunk bed. I think the hard time that I had was that he got cold very easily. So he kept it very warm in the truck, and I get hot very easily. So I had a hard time sleeping in the top bunk bed because it was warm. And there was a couple of other things that happened there, that we didn't take showers as we had spoke that it was going to happen a couple of days in a row and things like that. And I had a hard time sleeping. But like Lehman King said on the phone, you just got to get through your trainer. As long as you're getting the training that you need, just get through those 3 weeks. And once you get your own truck, you're the captain of your ship right there, and you're able to manage your time and your space as you need. So you just got to get through it, but definitely at least $300. I would recommend $200 to $300 for that. Let me catch up here with the see my little girl. She's taking care of me. It's a little chilly out here. My hands get cold. I tell you, I get hot very easily, but my hands and feet get cold real quick. And she got me some gloves. This is part of what I got for Christmas presents. Talking about Christmas presents, she got me these gloves that are phone sensitive things. My girl takes care of me. She takes care of me. So I hope that answers K-Town. Let me know if it did. If not, some of the guys can comment below as far as his question, money for training. There you had another question, and I'll post it here. Try to answer that. I just read it. So with Melton, it's up to the trainer to let you cook. Yes, it is up to the trainer to let you cook. Whether he has a microphone, microphone, a microwave in the truck, then you can ask. But that's his house. As a truck driver, you'll need to find out that truck, once you have your own truck, that's your home. And whether you consider it when you're out for just several weeks at a time, or you're out for a month at a time like I am, that's your home. So that's their home that they're opening to you to come in and train you. So respect that. So I just have that conversation with them. Hey, what do you do for food? Do you have microwave? Can I buy some stuff that I can use in the microwave? Some will share the fridge space with you. If you want to buy a couple of things, the fridge is not very big, so just consider that. Might have to buy a couple of things that you can not need refrigerator. I bought some couple of snacks and things like that, and I kept it in a bag at the end of my feet. There were crackers, tuna, things like that I could eat and snack on that did not need refrigeration. That way I didn't have to worry about asking him for refrigerator space. What I did use and ask, and we spoke about, is that I bought Gatorades or Powerades, things like that, small bottles, and we share space in the fridge for that. Like I said, he didn't cook in the truck, so he didn't have anything really in the fridge but drinks and a couple of snacks. But we spoke about that before, when we met, and got that taken care of. That way I knew what to expect and so forth. So hope that helps, and those tips helps. DC Fresh, thanks for coming in. Emmanuel, you still here? Appreciate it, guys. You still chilling with me here. We're going about an hour and 37 minutes. I'm having fun, guys. I was looking forward to this day, so I'm having fun with this. We'll go a little bit longer here if you guys still want to. Let's see, DC Fresh. So I'll put this up here. You guys can read with me. So for new drivers coming into the truck industry, do you think 3 weeks is enough time to learn the flatbed process and the driving aspect? It really depends on the person, in my opinion. Most drivers, they've been doing this for a long time, or it's been a life career for them, would probably tell you, Dizzy, that 3 weeks is not enough. Do I agree? I'm 50-50 on it, to be honest. I'm 50-50 on it. No, you're not going to learn everything that you need to learn in flatbedding or in the driving aspect in 3 weeks. You're definitely not going to learn that in 3 weeks. You're going to learn. The whole idea about the training is that to learn enough understanding on the tools, making sure that you understand how to safely back your truck and trailer, especially flatbed for spread axles, and that you're safely driving the street on the road. Yeah, you're a safe driver. So at least paying attention, using your Smith system and looking ahead and moving your head and your eyes and all that kind of stuff. You'll hear about if you haven't yet. That's the idea, is to just have the basic foundation of your tools. You will learn more of it as you're on your own. You're going to start applying. Now with Melton, you have a safety department, you have a handbook that you're given, you have an app that you can look for to help you in securement. And if you don't know the app, you can take pictures, communicate with safety. You can call them, let them know what your question is with the load that you have in front of you. If you haven't done one with your trainer and you just got one, they're there to help you, and they're very cool people, and they will make sure they will call you once, maybe even twice. That's happened to me, just to different people, just to make sure that your question was answered and that you're doing it as secure as they think it should be based on the information you gave them or pictures that you sent. But you're going to learn as you go. This year, I've learned a lot in flatbedding. I don't know it all. I don't think even anybody who's been on it for a year knows it all. You never stop learning. And one thing that 809 driver mentioned earlier in the chat was you got to keep an open mind. And I think part of keeping an open mind is understanding that you never stop learning. You will never know it all. But as a rookie driver coming in, the 3 weeks training, it's really up to the person, in my opinion, to capture, ask questions, and be proactive to want to learn. I saw some people during my training that really didn't seem to have the interest or the mental attitude to want to learn, number one, or they didn't ask a lot of questions. They expected to be told what to do at all times. And if you have that mentality now before you jump in, you need to switch that mentality to being proactive. Yes, listening to the instructions, but then going there and learning and being proactive to ask every question that you can. Your eyes need to be open on watching your trainer and maybe even other drivers, other flatbed drivers, and ask those questions. Excuse me, to your trainer. So if you see another flatbed driver, where the same company, a different company, doing the same similar load a little bit different, ask your trainer, hey, he's doing it this way. Is that the correct way, or why don't we do it that way? If you're by yourself, you can ask that driver why you do it this way. Hopefully you can approach him. Hey, don't be afraid to say, hey, it's my first time, or you don't have to say you're a rookie. You can just approach him and say, hey, I see you doing it this way. I was wondering why you do it this way. I was told to do it a different way. I'm just wondering why you do it that way. And if, they may answer you properly and give you their opinion. They may not want to be bothered, and don't be afraid about that. You have to, in a little parenthesis, you have to have a little bit of a hard skin out here and not be afraid of asking questions to other drivers. And, if they want to help, great. If they don't, just turn your back, go back to your own business, and don't worry about them. Don't let it affect you. But you're going to learn. Just to answer your question, Dizzy, I think you're going to learn. It's up to the driver. It's up to each individual to have the energy and the open mind to get out there and learn during that week process. I asked a lot of questions. I share this quick little story to help answer that question. And is that out of 3 weeks, my first 5 days with my trainer, we did a quick load from Tulsa up to, I want to say Mississippi, a quick load right there. And after that load, we spent 5 days in a hotel. We went up to Michigan, Illinois. Yeah, we went up to Illinois to deliver, and I drove that route. And then the truck started having a fault, and we ended up in a hotel for 5 days while the truck was in the shop. So I spent pretty much almost my first week of training in a hotel. He was worried that I wasn't going to get a lot of time of load because depending on your trainer and depending on the luck of the draw, you may have a couple of long loads with your trainer, not a lot of smaller loads. So you can be 3 full weeks, and just have 3 different loads, and that's about it. So you have to ask questions. The only way you're going to know is ask questions to your trainer. Okay, we only got this long load that we picked up Monday, and we're not delivering to next Monday, and so you're not securing or tarping anything else. So that means that you're going to have to be proactive in asking questions to your trainer if that happens. In my case, the last 2 weeks, we had about 10 loads, all kinds of loads, slinkies. I picked up a large coil in Laredo terminal, tarp on tarp loads. I picked up all kinds of loads in those last 2 weeks. And he was surprised because he said it's never happened to him to have spending loads in 2 weeks. But I was fortunate to have that. And I started in this season as well. So I also had, some snow and sleet and things to deal with as well. So it was a good experience for me. But you're always learning, man. You are always learning. Manuel says, yes, if you find a driver who likes to cook on his truck, that's great. But most drivers don't do that. That is true. There are drivers. Sorry, my light went off. I tell you, I got to plug it in. I got to plug everything in. You guys got me here for a little while. We're about to cut this off in a little bit. 15 more minutes. We'll cut it out. I think that's long enough. You find out that's great, but most drivers don't do that. Yeah, there are drivers that don't like to cook, and there are some trainers that don't cook just because they don't want the hassle of wearing about what their trainee is going to do or not. But there are some that does cook. So I personally, we cook in the truck. I have, fortunately, you guys see my channel. I got Ashley with me. We ride together. And let me plug this in before I forget. We are planning to do a channel of just us, and starting in January. So that's coming up. So if you guys want to be part of that, stay tuned. I'll plug in the channel later on, but it's going to be me and her, and about our journey as a couple in a truck, and share more personal things about us on that channel. So stay tuned for that. But I'm lucky I got her. And even if I didn't, when I was by myself, I'll cook in the truck. I got a crock pot, and I learned how to make burgers in the truck, man. I learned how to make burgers in that crock pot the other day, and me and my son figured it out, and that was pretty cool. So you don't have to spend the money on the truck stops, but it can get expensive, definitely. Let's see. I'm looking through the comments here. And does he get things? Standing on currently trucking score in Cali at the moment. Highly thinking about coming to Mountain. I appreciate it if you do, bro. Let me know. I do have a link in a couple of my videos. In the last videos, you can go ahead and talk to a recruiter if you're interested or want to ask them questions as well. But good luck in the school, man. Let me know. Keep in touch. Those of you guys in school, keep in touch with me. Instagram, Wolf Friday 750. Follow me on Instagram. We can chat there. Keep me up with regardless of where you decide to go, keep me updated. I like to chat with rookie drivers, and that's what this channel is about. Let's see. Fanny Mildred, welcome to the channel. Thanks for commenting. What's good, fam? Let's have a quick special thank you message for you. Oh, this is touching. Let's go to your channel. You're inspiring to become a first trend. Oh, funny. All right. funny. Yeah. That's a funny comment. Thank you, Fanny. Fun for Christmas. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good Merry Christmas, man. This has been fun. We're going to an hour and 48 minutes here. So I've enjoyed you guys just being on. I think good questions. I'm going to keep doing these, guys. I'm doing this while I'm at home, and also I wanted to test the setup. And then, yeah, I do hope that you guys have enjoyed it. We'll definitely be doing more of this live channels on here. Sorry, I was trying to read that's as the comments come through. Happy New Year's to you guys. Hope you guys had a happy New Year. If you are staying on the road, guys, be safe. Stay in touch. Be looking for it. Me and Ashley gonna be home for this week. We actually get back on the road on next Monday, and I do plan to do a live maybe once a month. Right now, I say we have a couple of new projects coming in, so I don't want to overwhelm my schedule, and I want editing videos that I do on the channel takes me a little bit of time as well. So, and I have to give time to my lady. So that's number one important. She's there with me. So, but I plan to do lives maybe once a month or once a week. And we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, guys. So, but thanks for coming to the channel, guys. I truly appreciate your support. Make sure to hit the like if you haven't quite yet, and you're coming into the channel. We're going to kick it here. Let go of the live right now. It's almost 2 hours. I hope you have got some good info. If you're watching this on the replay, that you've got some good information. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so for new videos. I got a cool video that I'm recording while I'm at home, and I hope to go ahead and put that out there as well. So anyway, much love, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Wolf Friday out. Thank you, guys.